máa ń jẹ́ kí òye wọn lọ.
That people don't recall the past.
Wọn ò kì í rántí gbogbo ohun tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
There is a sickness that afflicts people.
Èyí tó ń pa àwọn ènìyàn.
Tó máa ń ṣe èèyàn.
That always
Kì í ṣe
affect
gbogbo
people.
èèyàn.
It's not all the people.
Ó máa ń ṣe àwọn kan.
It used to affect some people.
Tí àìsàn yẹn bá ṣe wọ́n.
If that disease come on them,
wọ́n lè má rántí orúkọ èèyàn mọ́.
they may not even remember the name of the other person.
Wọ́n lè má rántí ibi tí wọ́n ti lọ mọ́.
They can't even remember where they've been before.
Wọ́n lè má rántí àwọn ètò tí wọ́n ti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́.
They might not remember all what they've done before.
Tí àrùn yẹn bá ṣe èèyàn.
If that disease is affecting someone,
ìgbàgbé a máa ṣe èèyàn.
that person used to forgetful.
So it's a thing that had happened to people. Some of you will recall that there's an actor, a notable actor in Nigeria, who is very famous. He clocked 80 years or how many years this year? You remember? And they said for years he had been suffering from that sickness. And so even when he was being given awards some few years ago, he did not know what was going on around him. This sickness sometimes comes with age. Sometimes. They call it dementia. Now, it's a sickness that brings forgetfulness. In the passage that we read this evening, Deuteronomy chapter 8, severally there is a word that was repeated. Do not forget. Did you notice that? And sometimes he will say, remember it is the Lord your God. So forgetfulness is a terrible disease. There are marriages that are hurting. There are marriages that are hurting because of forgetfulness. Maybe the man does not recollect the role the woman played in his life. And maybe the woman had forgotten what the man did in her life. Or the children had forgotten the role that their parents made, the sacrifice of their parents in their life. Let me tell you one of the symptoms of this sickness. You will hear some people say, if
you don't do it, God will do it. And you want to start nagging on me.
They forget the labor of the other person. I want to share with you, I told you I'll be taking you to my counseling room. I want to share with you the story of a woman that came to my office. I have changed her name. I call her Tina. Now, if you know any Tina in this church, I'm not talking to you. The story of Tina. Until about 3 years ago, Tina and her husband were very happily married. People like them in the church. They talk about them positively. They talk about their affection for each other. They talk about their simplicity. They talk about their parenting style. They will say, if you see Sister Tina and her husband, things were okay for Tina and her husband. But things changed. Tina and her husband had been praying. Lord, open door for us. Lord, lift up my husband. Lord, please let him go to higher places. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Àbí? Olúwa fà mí dìde o. èmi ò lè dókè gùn o. Olúwa fà mí dìde, Olúwa gbé mi sókè o. Olúwa fà mí dìde, Bàbá gbé mi sókè o. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Èmi ò lè dókè gùn rárá. Olúwa fà mí dìde, Olúwa gbé mi sókè o. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Kankan. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Èmi ò lè dókè gùn rárá. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Olúwa gbé wa sókè. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Kankan. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Olùrànlọ́wọ́ èmi ò lè dókè gùn rárá. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Olúwa gbé mi sókè. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Èmi ò lè dókè gùn rárá. Olúwa fà mí dìde. Ṣé ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ́ pé Ọlọ́run máa ń gbàdúrà?
And you know God do answer prayer.
Àbí ò kí ń gbàdúrà ni?
Or he doesn't answer prayer.
Ṣó máa ń gbọ́ níbí yìí?
He used to answer it here.
Ẹ dá mi lóhùn.
You are not answering me.
Lolúwa bá gbọ́ àdúrà sister.